The Grand Chancellor Hotel in Hobart, and I'd just spoken at a conference, and there I am walking down the steps of this gorgeous harbour. Sun's just setting, this azure blue water. $7 fare to my hotel became a $7 fare back to the conference that night, became a $7 fare back to my hotel again, and then a $35 fare back to the airport the next morning. He upsold me 800%. He didn't do anything. He didn't work hard. He didn't have to spend money. Quite simple. It was a totally unremarkable person in an unremarkable environment, doing what's an unremarkable job, really, but doing really remarkable things, 800%. What we do as companies is we try, and organisations, we force it. Now, my wife is probably the best gardener I know. She'll go to Bunnings before she'll go to a beautician. She's unbelievable at it. She grew some broccoli recently at the end of winter. Goes to the garden, picks the broccoli, puts it on the kids' plate. You know what's going to happen here with these kids. They see this broccoli, this green, nice, steamy, was in Mother Earth not an hour earlier. They sit there and she says, "Eat your broccoli." "I don't wanna." "Eat your broccoli." "I don't wanna." "Dominic, Dylan, Danielle, eat your broccoli." "I don't wanna, I don't wanna, I don't wanna." We do the same with our service, don't we? We force them to go to places, we give them the incentive scheme. What you do with a sales stick is you whack it against the bottom of the tree and the ripe fruit falls to the ground. So you just go there and you pick it up. But then the second time what you need to do is you need to whack it a little bit harder, don't you? Because you've picked all your ripe fruit. So you get it a little bit harder. So you're spending more and more and more effort. Sell, and he gets his sales stick and he whacks it and he whacks it and he whacks it and he whacks it. And nothing much happens. So then he gets a few more sales sticks. He says, "You know what, we've got to make some more noise." So he grabs a few more, and it's called a marketing dollar. Help me, I'm Bill here. Give him a whack on those drink cup holders and let's make a bit of noise. Yeah, thanks. And he says, "Come on," Bill says, "let's go, let's go." Woo! Thank you. And meanwhile, is service. They're not different things. They are the same thing. Companies can choose their DNA. What do I mean by that? As individuals, you can't choose your DNA.
I wonder if Australian airline Virgin Blue know about Roman Tarnavsky. I had never heard of him before, but he has 115 people following him on Twitter. These are not necessarily friends, but people who want to hear what he has to say. He made a post recently saying, "Virgin Blue make really nice-looking itineraries." No big deal, right? Do you think the company knows about that feedback? I'll tell you who do know about it, the 115 people he told directly. Not might tell or could tell, but he did tell 115 people.
Do you remember the movie City Slickers? This neurotic 38-year-old guy. He's come from the cities with his mates and they're taking a holiday. And Curly says to Mitch, he says, "Son, you spend 50 weeks of the year tying yourself in knots. Expect to come out here and untie them all in a week." He says, "Ain't gonna happen." And he says, "I'm not tied up, I'm not tied up." He says, "Man, I'm stressed. My wife's not talking to me, my kids aren't talking to me, my job's gone down the sewer, I've got health problems, man, I've got stuff going on." He says, "Like I said, son." And we do that in our companies, don't we? On the horse, he's just bolted to this thing. He says, "Son, you got to learn the secret of life." And there's Billy Crystal. He goes, "Secret of life, secret of life." And he's on this horse getting all animated. "What's the secret of life, Curly?" "Black glove." And he says, "Son, it's one thing." And with this, Billy Crystal starts to calm down. He says, "One thing? What do you mean one thing?" And then Jack Palance just looks at him and he holds this big black glove up to him and he says, "Son, you got to find that for yourself. Once you do, nothing else matters shit." And the whole scene disappears. It left me thinking, what is that thing? What is it for a business? What is it for myself?